Today on the channel, we unbox the Chase Edition Molly Holly from Legend Series 16, and we rank the entire wave from my least favorite to my favorite.
The spirit of Ultimate Warrior will run forever!
Welcome everyone, Kyle here, and welcome back to the channel for another Mattel WWE Legends Series 16 unboxing and review. Of course, the Target exclusive, and today we've got the Chase Edition of Molly Holly we're going to unbox, and then once that's all done and the dust settles, we're going to rank entire Legends 16 wave from my least favorite to my favorite, so make sure you stay tuned for that later on in this very video. But of course, remember, for all your Mattel and Jazzwares AEW WWE wrestling figure needs, make sure you're hitting up Ringside Collectibles. Use discount code Kyle. Save yourself 10%. And of course, we're going to do this review like we do all the other reviews on the channel. We're going to take a look at the packaging. We're going to talk about it. We're going to unbox it. We're going to talk about it. We're going to see where it goes from there. And this is the Chase Edition, as I said, and I found this one on my travels, as I did order two of these via the Target pre-order. I got two of the regular editions, so the hunt was on for the Chase Edition, and I was stopping on some stores on my work travels home. Hit the Target store in, I think it was Omaha, Council Bluffs, possibly, Nebraska, Omaha, Nebraska, Council Bluffs, Iowa, somewhere in that corridor there. I hit a Target, and off to the races I was with the Chase Molly Holly, and that's what we're going to look at here today. So without further ado, let's get down to it. Now, we know the Legends packaging. We know all this well. We, of course, unboxed this entire wave. We unboxed this Molly Holly on the channel. Check out those videos if you did miss them. But, of course, it is the same packaging, being the Chase, but True Effects, Molly Holly, WWE, Molly Holly, Elite, Legend 16. Little glamour shot looking good right there. And another one looking good right over here. And on the back of the package, we get the blurb. We'll read that again. We got the tail of the tape. We got the cross-sell. We're talking them all here today in this video. And then we got another glamour shot. See what it says about Molly Holly. Titles: Women's Champion, Hardcore Champion, WWE Hall of Fame inductee. Holy sidekick, it's Mighty Molly. Originally debuting as part of the Rough and Tumble Holly cousins, Molly Holly soon aligned herself with WWE's resident masked hero, the Hurricane, as his trusty sidekick, Mighty Molly. A true trailblazer in the women's division, Molly Holly captured 2 women's championships and was rightfully inducted into the WWE Hall of Fame. And I believe she was just back at like last year's Royal Rumble or the Royal Rumble before that, so she makes the rounds occasionally from time to time. But let's get old Molly out of the packaging here. Let's get off to the races. See you later. Goodbye. Off to the side. A little plastic prison time. Never hurt anybody for a little plastic prison. There it is. There's old Molly Holly. Get the old scissors out if I remember. She is, oh my gosh, she's taped in. We're taped in the cape here. I don't like that at all. I don't like this tape on the cape because I do not like that at all. So Mattel, I don't recall the last one we unboxed. Correct me if I'm wrong. Off the top of my head, I don't remember the cape being taped on here. It is taped this time, and with this kind of material the cape's made out of, this is some sticky tape, and unfortunately there's just no good way. I mean, you got to remove the tape, but it ruins the cape. It makes a little spot on both sides of that cape, so I don't like that at all. I don't like it at all. Mattel, what are we doing, Mattel? What are we doing? She is locked in on the arms. Going to pop that out right there. And right there as well. Boy, that's a bummer on the cape. I do have the regular edition Molly Holly. I did not have that issue there. There was no tape on this one like this one has. So that's a little unfortunate. I don't know if this is just a later release or what the reasoning for that was. But either way, I'm not a fan. I'm not a fan. So there you go. I'm going to pop these hands out. Maybe. Maybe. There they go. There we go. And Molly is off to the races. And we're off to the races. See you later. Up high. Goodbye. Of course, accessories first as usual. We got 2 gripping hands here. I always say it with these Chase Editions. You give one open hands, you give the other one 2 fists. Really mix it up. Make it feel as different as possible in as many ways possible. And that's one thing you can do. So use the different hands there. Of course, we got the extra head. We'll take a look at that in a second. And then we got old Mighty Molly here. She's dressed to impress right out of the pack. Now, I guess the good thing here, of course, we unboxed this one. We talked about it. This is the Mighty Molly Superhero Edition. For me, this is going to be the non-superhero edition. So I'm going to take this cape off of her, and I'm not going to use the cape on this one. So that's my plan here. So I guess, even though I do got a bit of a damaged cape, I mean, I wouldn't say damaged, but you can just see the little scuffs where the pink isn't quite the same on this one. I'm going to take this off. Not going to use that cape on her. It's a decent cape. It's not going to set your world on fire. It's a little bit of a thin material. but it's okay. But I'm going to use this Molly as just regular edition plain Jane Molly Holly, and this is going to be my superhero Molly Holly, and I think that's what most people are doing. But it is choose your own chase adventure, whatever you want to do. Of course, we'll run through the articulation real quick on this Molly Holly. The arms do go all the way around. You got the bicep cut. You do got the double jointed pinless elbows. You guys know we love that. Hands removable, of course. Head removable, head side to side. A little bit of limitation with the hair, but not bad. Got a little bit of that hula hoop up top. You got the waist articulation. She can do the Mighty Molly splits, kind of. Very, very tight in the leg department there. You do got the thigh cut. Double jointed, pinless knees. I always love that. And then you got ankles back and forth. So good articulation. Pretty plain Jane as far as her top goes. It's just a nice kind of bluish top with another blackish kind of, I don't know, insignia there. So nothing really to write home about. Nothing super, super special. Of course, this is the more superhero head to me with the crown, tiara, whatever we're going to call it. But I'm going to pull that off like so. Pops right off. And I'm going to pop this one off. Or on, I should say. Maybe. Oh boy. That's not going in there so well. So I'm going to try that again. I'm just not strong enough. Come on. Well, I'm having some troubles getting that fitting. There it is. It's good. So that is what I'm going to use. This is going to be just kind of plain Jane Mighty Molly. Or I guess this is just going to be plain Jane Molly Holly at the end of the day here. But I do like that, and I do think this is the perfect use of a chase. This is what we say, or what I've said repeatedly here on the channel is every chase should have an extra set of hands and should have an extra head. And that way you can at least, as far as accessories go, you can swap back and forth, really mix them up, really change them up. And then, of course, the outfit needs to be different. Something needs to be different on the outfit. But if they have an extra head, extra set of hands, it really, truly feels like two different figures. Where sometimes we've got some chases, like there was an Aleister Black that I think one knee pad was different. That was the only change. That kind of stuff doesn't work. Do stuff like this. I think this is what the fans, myself, appreciate when they do things like this. So, looking really good on this Molly Holly. I got really no faults about it. I think it's definitely warranted. I don't know if we'll get more Molly Holly figures. I would love to see the really short-haired Molly Holly when she got her head shaved and stuff. You know, she had really short hair. I think that'd be a good one. I'd love to see Miss Madness for my WCW shelf one day. But if this is all we got, I think they did okay. These are two good representations of old Nora Greenwald, Molly Holly, and I'm okay with both of them. Very, very good figures, but we got to see how do they rank up in front of the entire Legend 16. Where are they going to be? Well, stay tuned, and we're going to rank Series 16. All right, let's get down to business. Monkey business, some might say, but we're going to rank Legends Series 16 from my least favorite to my favorite. You guys know how these go by now. Make sure you get your list together. Put it in the comments down below, and it's tough to do sometimes, I get it, but you got to put them in order, so put your order down in the comment section. And while you're here, make sure you subscribe to the channel, turn on the old notification bell, and you made it this far, you might as well like the video. It always helps the channel, as you guys know. So without further ado, let's rank these 5 figures, and let's put them in order. We're going to start at number 5. It's an interesting line here, Legend Series 16. I do think this one will be very easy to get at retail. There's no real slam dunk. There's no Dingo Warrior here that people are looking for. It'll be an interesting set as far as peg warmers go. Will we see these on clearance by the end of the year? I don't know what's going to happen, but I think these will be fairly easy to get, so I wouldn't have any kind of anxiety over these figures if I was you and you haven't seen these at your stores yet or you didn't pre-order them. I think they will be there for you. But let's start off at number 5, and I'm going to start off with this Molly Holly Chase Edition at number 5, and this is a little bit, no super top superstars. Obviously, Rey Mysterio is. Like I said, there's no big Ultimate Warrior, Macho Man, Hulk Hogan, Undertaker, a big thing holding this set in. It's just kind of a middle-of-the-road set is what we got here. And I'm going to start with this Chase Edition here at number 5. I like it. I have no issues with it. This is how I'm going to display this one without the cape, of course, with the 2-fisted hands, and I'll have the pigtailed head here. It looks good. It's just kind of there for me. It isn't blow away. Once again, it's not the Ultimate Warrior. It's not some of these big, heavy hitters, but it's something that really helps flesh out your collection. You need people like this Molly Holly in your collection. So it's okay, but it's coming in at number 5 out of the selection choices we have right here. So now we're going to go down to number 4. I'm going to go Bradshaw. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go Bradshaw, a much-needed Bradshaw. We talked in the video about this one. We need more Bradshaws. We need that JBL one redone. That would be a perfect one for the greatest hits line. There's more looks that we could get from that. There's different suited looks we get. Yes, we did get a basic back in the day, but not the suited basic we really need from Bradshaw, so hopefully we'll get one of those. I want a Justin Hawk Bradshaw. I want a new Blackjacks Bradshaw. And then I want the like big, beefy, hardcore champion Bradshaw right before he became JBL kind of. I want that version. But this one is one we needed as well. It's good. It feels a little bit small. It feels a little bit different. The head seems a little bit large. I'm sure Bradshaw, much like myself, he probably has a big head. I get it, but it seems a little bit over-exaggerated here, which hurts this figure a bit. I do love the inclusion of the tag team titles. Anytime we get these tag team titles is a great day at the office for me. So I do like this figure. It's just coming in at number 4 on this list, which brings me to old Ron Simmons Farouk at number 3. Did they spell his name wrong? Did they not? Not really sure, but it is definitely different than his prior elites. Once again, we get the tag team title belts, always good. Between these two, I do prefer Ron Simmons, and where I talked about Bradshaw having too big of a head, Ron Simmons got too small of a head. So it's a really weird mix and match between these two, but really cool to get both of these guys, and once again in a line. I really love a tag team set in the same set. That really works well for me. So a lot of good going for it, but I don't know. I think they could have done better. Maybe a couple of different body molds for these guys might have been better. I don't know, but there's just a little hair of something missing, and some might say I can't put my finger on it, but there you go. But Ron Simmons coming in at number 3. Down to the final 2 here. We got old Rey Mysterio, and we got Molly Holly, and I'm going to have Molly Holly coming at number 2. I'm a sucker for a cape. You guys know I absolutely love cape season, so that helped this one going up to the front here. But this is going to be great to pair with our Hurricane figure, of course, on our shelves. It just really feels like we're completing something when we have that. It's just really cool. It's cool to get Molly Holly after all these years, and it's fun to have some first time in the line stuff here. So a little bit of excitement about Molly Holly. Now, will she set the world on fire on the shelf? I'm not really sure. I don't know if she will. I'm wondering about the Acolytes as well. This is going to be an interesting set to keep our eyes on. But for me, I really do like this Molly Holly. She's coming in at number 2 on my list, which leaves Rey Mysterio Jr. Who'da thunk it at number 1 here? Now, I've seen some of the comments and the feedbacks from this video saying, oh, another Rey. I'm passing. That's the worst. Why don't we ever get anything new with Rey? It's always the same. Yeah, I get that. I do say that in a lot of these videos. We get a lot of the same Reys over and over and over, and we have a little bit of that here. But boy, this is a phenomenal Rey, and this is probably most likely the best Rey Mysterio figure that has come out this year. Now, the reason behind that is we get a soft goods robe. You can't complain and say, oh, it's the same Reys all the time. No, it's not. We got a soft goods robe with this one. We do get a title belt that's kind of somewhere in the middle. I'm not so sold on the flat paint on that one. We get the extra hands, so we get a little extra bells and whistles. And then we get the fabulous ECW gear. Now, I'm a little biased. You guys watched my top 10 Rey Mysterio figures of all time video on the channel. You guys know how much I love this gear. So I'm a little biased there. That's what jumped that to number 1. My biggest gripes with this is I absolutely hate this Rey Mysterio head. I think it needs to be retired. They need to update and get a younger version of Rey's head redone. It's time. They've milked this thing to nauseum at this point, and I would say the Mohawk one is there as well. I would love to see in 2023 a new Rey Mysterio head. I think it is definitely time. Hopefully that happens, but for this one, with the robe, the extra hands, the title belt, say what you will about it, and then just the fabulous gear here on Rey, there's really no beating this one for me in Legends Series 16. It is number 1, hands down for me. But what say you guys in YouTube land? Let me know your order. Did I get it right? Did I get it wrong? Nobody's right and nobody's wrong because it's your list and it's my list. But let me know your list down below. Don't forget to like the video. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Hit the old notification bell, as I always say. Of course, follow along on social media. SirPaul64 on Twitter, Instagram, _Kyle_Peterson, ProWrestlingTees.com. Support the channel, and your best way to support the channel, of course, is the Patreon, where you get videos like these much earlier than traditional YouTube. Bonus content, exclusive content, giveaways, all kinds of stuff going on Patreon. And best of all, you can support the channel. So there it is for Legends Series 16. I'm Kyle. I'll see you guys all real soon. Just the fabulous, why not? The fabulous gear here on Rey.